You know, the great John Phillip Law did a lot of great movies in his career, and one of his big box office hits was this one. Very big in the box office, very big on late night TV in Canada and the States. And according to the poster, Sinbad battles the creatures of legend in the miracle of Dinorama. Now, The Golden Voyage of Sinbad is a 73 fantasy adventure film directed by Gordon Hessler, featuring stop motion effects by the classical Ray Harryhuasen. The film stars Law, Tom Baker, Tickis Emmanuel, and Caroline Munro. Based on the Arabian Nights Tales of Sinbad the Sailor, is the second of 3 Sinbad films recently released by Columbia Pictures, following the 7 Voyage of Sinbad in 1958 and preceding Sinbad in The Eye of the Tiger, which starred Jane Seymour. Now, the film follows the story of Captain Sinbad, played by Law, as he embarks on a dangerous quest to find the Fountain of Destiny after discovering a magical golden amulet. Joined by a vizier and a slave girl, Monroe, he must battle the evil sorcerer Kura, played by Baker, and mythical creatures to unlock the amulet's powers before Kura can use them for evil. Now, The Golden Voyage of Sinbad premiered on Christmas Day 1973 and received generally positive reviews from critics, who praised its stop-motion effects and fantastical adventure elements. However, some critics noted flaws in the storyline and character development. Commercially, the film emerged as a big box office success, grossing over $11 million worldwide against a budget of approximately $982,351. Now, based on Sinbad the Sailor, 1001 Nights, produced by Harryhausen and Charles H. Schneer, written and story by Clemens and Harryhausen, again directed by Gordon Hessler, cinematography by Ted Moore, and again released by Columbia. Didn't get a major release in the States about 3 months later. At 105 minutes, is pretty strong. Now, in this one, a mysterious flying creature soars over a ship at sea, clutching a shiny object. A crewman shoots an arrow at it, which causes the creature to drop the golden amulet. The crew wants to throw the object overboard, but when Sinbad, the captain, examines it, he sees a vision of a mysterious woman with an eye tattooed on the palm of her right hand. He fastens the amulet around his neck. That night, he dreams of a man dressed in black, repeatedly calling his name along with the woman. Now here it gets kind of freaky, ladies and gentlemen. When a sudden storm drives Sinbad's ship near a coastal town in the country of Maribia, the man from Sinbad's dream appears as a mirage on the shore. Sinbad swims ashore. The man, an evil magician named Kura, demands the amulet, claiming it is his. Sinbad narrowly escapes in the city and meets the Grand Vizier of Marabia, who has been ruling as regent since the Sultan's death, as there was no heir. The Vizier, who wears a golden mask to hide his disfigured face, explains that Sinbad's amulet is one piece of a larger puzzle. The Vizier possesses another. He tells Sinbad of a legend. The 3 pieces are the key to finding the fabled Fountain of Destiny on the lost continent of Lemuria. Whoever brings the pieces to the fountain will gain youth, a shield of darkness, and a crown of untold riches. Sinbad realizes that the 2 pieces fit together to form a nautical chart. Now, Sinbad joins the Vizier on his quest to find the fountain. Kura, who also desires the fountain's gifts, caused the Vizier's disfigurement. The creature that dropped the amulet was Kura's minion, a magical homunculus, who spies on Sinbad and the Vizier. When he catches it, the creature destroys itself. Soon after, Sinbad meets a woman from his dream, a slave girl named Margarina. Seeing Sinbad's interest in the girl, her master offers Sinbad 400 coins and Margarina in exchange for taking his lazy son Horon on a journey to make a man out of him. Sinbad reluctantly agrees. Meanwhile, Kura hires a ship and crew to follow Sinbad, using his magic to try to stop him. However, each spell drains part of Kura's life force, causing him to age visibly with each attempt. Now, on their journey, Sinbad and his crew face numerous dangers, including the wooden siren figurehead of their ship, which Kura animates with magic to steal the map, allowing him to locate Lemuria. Kura sends another homunculus to spy on Sinbad, overhearing the oracle of all knowledge described the peril Sinbad will face. Kura seals Sinbad his men inside the oracle's cave, but he escaped using a makeshift rope. Haron destroys a homunculus as it attacks Sinbad. Now, twirl a minute at this point. Captured by hostile natives, Kura animates a 6-armed statue of Kali, which cows the natives. Sinbad and his men arrive shortly after and fight the statue. Haron pushes the statue from behind, causing it to fall and shatter. They find the final piece of the puzzle among Kali's remains. The natives capture Sinbad and his crew, But upon seeing the eye tattoo on Margarina's hand, they decide to sacrifice her to the one-eyed centaur, their god of the single eye in the fountain's garden of evil. Now Kura reaches the fountain of destiny and drops one piece of the amulet into the water, restoring his life force. He summons a centaur, which battles the guardian of good, a griffin. Sinbad and his crew arrive at a centaur, with Kura's help, kills the griffin, and after Sinbad slays the centaur, Kura drops the second piece in the fountain, which turns him invisible, the shield of darkness. Kura engaged Sinbad in a sword fight, but when he steps into the fountain, he becomes visible in silhouette, enabling Sinbad to fatally stab him. Now, when Sinbad drops the third piece into the fountain, a crowd rises from the depths. Sinbad presented to the vizier, whose mask dissolves as he put it on, revealing his restored face. When Margarina asks why Sinbad did not take the crown for himself, he replies that he values his freedom more. Now, being in the public domain that Sinbad was for a number of years, I think somebody as strong as an actor of Phillip Law could play Sinbad. And ironically, Robert Shaw was in this as the oracle of all knowledge. Now, when producer Charles Schneer explained that he and Ray Harryhuasen decided to make another Sinbad movie because it was time to return to Arabian Nights, as no one else was exploring this material, and he had previously experienced great success with in the late 50s. Schneer believed there was a new audience ready for such a film, and noted that other producers likely avoided the genre because he did not know how to make it economically viable. Harryhuasen created a dozen master sketches that Schneer describes as intriguing, interesting, and characteristic of the period, and of course, Harryhausen's special effects were very strong in the whole show. These sketches again served as the basis for the screenplay, which was written by Brian Clemens. To reflect Harryhausen's increased involvement in the writing, editing, and casting, he was giving a co-producer credit. Now, this was filmed only over 3 months in 1972, June, July, and August. Now, an early charcoal pencil illustration depicting a one-eyed centaur battling a giant Neanderthal-like creature. However, this creature was eventually replaced by a griffin in the final version of the film. The idea of the Neanderthal was later used in Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger, which is the unofficial sequel. Now, although it received generally favorably reviews from critics, it holds a rating of 75% based on 16 reviews. Now, in the United States and Canada, The Golden Voyage of Sinbad emerged as a commercial success at the box office, earning a total revenue of $11 million, including $5 million rentals, bringing its total gross to $60 million, the equivalent of $87 million in 2024 dollars. The film was produced at a modest budget of $982,000. Overseas, it sold 37 million tickets in the Soviet Union and 527,000 in France, for the combined total lease 37 million plus tickets sold internationally. Now, however, Columbia Pictures did not fully benefit from the film's success, as they had sold off their interest in its 74 slate to Bright Persky Associates. Now, there was a comic book adaptation of this in Worlds Unknown on Marvel Comics, and scripted by Len Wein and penciled by George Tuska. Now, the movie was released on VHS in 1991. It has been released on Blu-ray in a limited edition of 3000, and in the series, the fantastic films of Ray Harryhuasen, along with the 7 Voyage of Sinbad, Jason and the Argonauts, and Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger. So this movie, ladies and gentlemen, you can find it a thrill a minute. You got Harryhausen's best work, I think, of the 70s, and seeing John Phillip Law do what he can do best, be macho. So that's the story of the one of the best Sinbad movies out there. If you like what we're doing on our movie reviews, let us know with a like, comment, subscribe, or share. Bye.